How's it going, YouTube? Oxa here, and welcome back. So, the day has finally arrived. Elden Ring is finally here. You know, the next banger from FromSoftware by the legendary game director Hidetaka Miyazaki, the Steph Curry of the video game industry. Guy just cannot miss. It's impossible. And here we are, and I'm gonna give my first impressions, not a review by any means. I mean, this being their first true open world, because FromSoft games are more linear. Yes, they are. There are large areas to explore, but this is the first one where it's really like, you see there, go over there. You like head in that direction. You could literally bypass whole sections. Like, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so I played on a Xbox Series X, current generation. In your mind you want to say the next, but it's like, no, we're in it now. So, I played it on console-wise, probably the best. Of course, I don't have the stats between PS5 and Series X, but yeah, just putting that out there. So I know on PC the game is having some frame rate issues, but FromSoft is working diligently to get that patch, so good on them, a developer that actually cares. But yeah, my first impression. So I have roughly about 8 hours in the game, give or take. Of course, release day. I was off, so it was like, hey, I have to jump into the lands between. And I mean, look, just off the bat, I mean, it's amazing. I love it so far. It's, again, FromSoftware, the best in the industry, in my opinion. Unrivaled in terms of, like, art direction, enemy design. Like, seriously, there is no competition when it comes to them. And look, I know it's a small minority that talk about, oh, but the graphics look like PS3 graphics. Like, like, it's not up to standards like Horizon Forbidden West, for example. That game is stunning, right? Very beautiful. It's photorealistic. And, look, I get it. It's a criticism. Like, FromSoft games never really, like, look, like, up to snuff. But it's, like, for me, of what's most important about a video game is the gameplay, game. Like, it's all about, like, how it feels. Because, think, the game could be, like, the best looking video game on the market, but it could be boring. So it's like, why? Visuals don't really matter. I mean, some of the best games ever, like Ocarina of Time. Obviously, that game doesn't really hold up visually, but it's still a great game. It's still a lot of fun, and so that's what I would say about that. But yeah, Lands Between. I've been having a lot of fun. I've been to Stormvale Castle, so I haven't, been into the Legacy Dungeon yet. Morgan Le Fay is a pretty difficult boss. Even though my first try, I used, like, the wolf summon, and I got him to, like, 25 health, and I was like, really? And then after that, of course, it's like you can't get him past, like, 50, and I'm like, come on. But it's a lot of fun. I want to say this, though, for first-time players, first time FromSoftware fanatics, I definitely say this is probably the most approachable game they've released yet. And what I mean by that is, like I said, in previous games it was more linear, so we'll just say like a boss, right? Like, you're going through your dungeon, there's a boss, and to progress the game, the story, you have to beat him. There's no way around it, right? Like, you've hit a wall, and there's no if, ands, or buts, right? Either get good or, go return the game. Uninstall it, right? And that's what a lot of people do, but smartly enough, I do think FromSoft has come to a good middle ground where, for example, Stormvale Castle is the first Legacy Dungeon, like, of the 6 Elden Lords that I assume, just like the Lords of Cinder and, like, Dark Souls 3, where there's, like, 5 of them, and you have to kill 4. One's already there. You kill 4 of them, And you know, that's how you get to the kiln of the first flame, and you fight the Soul of Cinder, right, the final boss. I imagine it's a similar thing. So you have to kill all the Elden Lords. One of them is already dead. I mean, who knows if we fight him like he's undead. So in theory, we're gonna fight 5 of them, right? If this guy's already dead, he's like in the opening scenes. The guy like blacksmithing, I forget the name. It's all with G's, like, you know, like not Gwendolyn, but it's like, yeah, it's all with G's. But yeah, what I like is that you, as a new player, if you're having trouble, let's say with, I forget, damn, what's his name? It's like Godfrey? No. I think that's the father, like the king. Godric, maybe? Where it's like he's like the first Elden Lord. The guy in the trailer with the big golden axe and like the dragon arm. If you're having trouble with him, or you can't even get to him, like fighting the Lefebvre guy, right? You can go around him, so, you know, you explore the world, and early on, like, if you fought this boss called Pumpkinhead, or, you know, we all call him that, you meet, like, a sorceress, and, you know, she's from, like, a school of magic, right? You know, all the games have had it, right? Whether it's, like, you know, Dark Souls 3, the Grand Archives, and 1, you know, you get it. Like, there's always, like, a sorcery school or that sort of thing. And I was exploring, like, around the castle, you know, just like, oh, like, seeing what there is to do in the world, which is a lot. And there's a lot of enemy variety. Like, I never found myself bored. Like, yeah, you'll die, and obviously there's a frustration there, but it is, like, that sort of, like, you want to keep going. Like, you want to see what's out there. And, again, just some of the visuals, like, what you see, like, the art direction's, like, amazing. And yeah, I'm exploring the castle, and you find like you can literally go around it, and you go into, like, you know, you get like like in Dark Souls 3, coming out of the catacombs into Irithyll, right? And you get that big, like, whoa, that shot where you see everything. Same thing. It's like, you're looking out into like a blue valley, right? Like a bluish yellow. And that's like the next area of the game, right? Like the next big section. And they even tell you, like, oh, to get into the castle, you need certain type of key. So there's still progression where it's like, hey, you can explore here, but to get to, like, let's say the second main dungeon, right? Main area, like, you still need, you know, you possibly beat the boss or explore and find that key that they asked for. And I like that. I like that. It gives new players just the ability to explore, get out there, you know, whilst maintaining the, you know, like, this is still a Souls-like, right? This is still punishing. Like, you have to improve as a player to actually beat it. And I like that. I can appreciate that. And yeah, just for new players, I think this is probably the best point to jump in, because Elden Ring really is the culmination of everything FromSoft has done up to this point, like all their games. So I've never played Demon Souls or Bloodborne. Again, I don't play on PlayStation, so, you know, it's not gonna happen. But I have played all the Souls, so 1, 2, and 3. 3 was my first, but, you know, I went back and it's like, oh, what were the others like? And I have played Sekiro. And I can tell you that, yeah, like, it really is. So it feels mostly to me like a Souls-like, duh. I mean, it's medieval, got your swords and sorcery, but it does have some of the stealth or, like, mechanics in a way, like Sekiro. So you have, like, this guard counter, which, of course, there's no pairing. At least maybe there's a weapon that does it. We don't know, right? I mean, again, we're all just starting out. Like, yeah, you have like a guard counter, so you could block and attack. You could jump now, so that adds a whole new variety of, like, jump attacks. Because before, a jump attack would literally be like you're up on a cliff and you jump down, right? And you jump on someone, but now you can literally do a jump attack, and then that leads to, like, guard breaks, right? So it's like there's a whole new dimension to the combat, which before was already pretty, pretty deep thing where like, you parry and that sort of thing. You do your backwards parry style on someone and then literally shit on them, with the dung. Man, I'm just glad to be back. Sekiro admittedly wasn't my cup of tea, but I can still admit, Miyazaki never misses. Just because it wasn't for me doesn't mean others didn't enjoy it. So, it's been since 2016 was DS3. Now we're in 2022, so it's been like 6 years since I've truly, dove into a FromSoft game. I'm glad to be back. But that's the video, guys. Just wanted to talk about, hey, why I love FromSoft, Elden Ring, my first impressions, having a blast, and eventually, will I do a review? I don't know. All of the major ones are already out, and of course, a game like this is something that, this is for like 50 plus hours, so we'll see. I probably will give like my final thoughts and maybe rank all the Souls games I've played. So hey, sorry, no Demon Souls or Bloodborne. But yeah, that was it. I make new videos every Tuesdays and Saturdays. And if you like this type of content, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good jazz. And hey, let me know what class should you start with. I went Vagabond, Tomato, because its stats seem the most to my liking, high in strength, but some versatility, so, I could add intelligence and that sort of thing. But yeah, let me know. And as always, everyone, I've been your host, Oxy. Take care.